The Climate Prediction Center's U.S. Weather Hazards Assessment is a great tool for tracking potential future weather hazards. It is intended especially for emergency managers, planners, and forecasters, but also for the public to get advance notice on hazards related to climate, weather, and hydrological events. The Hazards Outlook indicates potential hazardous conditions such as high winds, significant waves, severe weather like severe thunderstorms, freezing rain, heavy snow, heavy precipitation, likely flooding, possible flooding, enhanced fire risk, severe drought, much above or below normal temperatures, which is defined as temperatures below the 15th percentile or above the 85th percentile, as well as passing critical thresholds such as 32 degrees Fahrenheit, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and an overnight low above 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This outlook also indicates excessive heat, which is typically defined as a temperature over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 2 consecutive days and an overnight low above 75 degrees Fahrenheit. However, those temperature thresholds do vary depending on the region of the United States. Each hazard has its own color, and when a hazard is present on the map, it is accompanied by the date or dates that it is expected to occur. There are 2 versions to this outlook. There is the 3 to 7 day outlook as shown right there, and there is also the 8 to 14 day hazard outlook as shown on the screen now. Now, to get a current view of what our current hazards are, we will click this latest assessment link, and that will bring us to a page that looks like this. At the very top, there is the interactive map, and on this interactive map, we can check and uncheck these check marks to see, for example, just precipitation, just temperature, or just the soils hazards. And soils hazards are included with drought and wildfire. We can also select a combination of them. You could also click to see the 3 to 7 day outlook for all 3, the 8 to 14 day outlook, or the probability of the 8 to 14 day temperature of being above normal or below normal. You can also zoom in on this map to get a clear picture of where exactly the hazardous area is highlighted. If we scroll below this interactive map, we come across stationary maps. And in the stationary map, we will get a hazardous 3 to 7 day outlook, the 8 to 14 day outlook, or we can look at the temperature hazards probability outlook. And what this map is showing right here is that if the temperature probability is slight, then that means that it has a 20% chance of occurring. A moderate risk has a 40% chance of occurring, and a high risk has a 60% chance of occurring. If we scroll below these maps, we come across forecast discussions. This synopsis discussion shown right there provides us users with a general forecast discussion of the weather systems that are moving across the United States. Below this is a hazards discussion, and that is basically restating what the maps had showed us just in a word format, and it better specifies what areas will be affected. And past that is the detailed summary. Now, this summary is basically the combination of the synopsis and the hazard sections combined. It tells us what weather systems are moving through what areas and what hazards those systems are bringing through with them and what dates we can expect them. It also tells us expected precipitation totals. At the very bottom of this page is a link to the ensemble spaghetti maps. And these are valid for 3 to 14 days in advance. And basically what spaghetti maps show us are the way that weather systems are moving across the world, specifically fronts. And I'll scroll down so you can see how there's a little bit more uncertainty the farther out that we go. But we are pretty concise on the way that the weather pattern is going to flow for day 3. Now, if we go back to the original web page that we were at, below the latest assessment link that we just went through is a GIS data link. And if we click on that, there are different links within this page that shows us geographical information system data in shapefile and raster formats. Below that link shows us quicker links to get to those 3 to 7 day outlook, the 8 to 14 day outlook, and the long range outlook that I had just shown through on the latest assessment link. And below that, the supporting graphics and the product components links, those are there to show the sources that were used to create the hazards assessment. To create the assessment, the Climate Prediction Center combines data from the National Weather Service's official medium, the 3 to 5 day, extended 6 to 10 day, and long range, seasonal and monthly forecasts and outlooks, as well as hydrological analysis and forecasts. Now, all of these outlooks are fantastic tools to use. However, when using these outlooks, it is important to remember that they change often. Even the 3 to 7 day short range outlook can change the following day after you already previewed it. It is also important to remember that this is not a definitive forecast and that you should consult your local National Weather Service office or your local broadcast meteorologist to get more information